What is up? How's it going, everyone? Hope you can hear me okay. We are live here, impromptu Sunday night, whatever kind of stream. We're going to be playing college football 25. I had to finish Ken Bardu's college football career because football season, NFL season is about to start. He's got to get ready, to get going for the Dallas Cowboys. So I got to finish Bardu's career. Also figure, hey, there's so much discussion going on still about all this Xbox stuff and, the doom and gloom and the Xbox is going away forever. And what are they going to do? Why even buy another Xbox and all these other kind of things? And there's just so much conversation from everybody. Meanwhile, PlayStation is also kind of having a weird week as they had the most disastrous launch maybe of a game in PlayStation history, which is being completely, for the most part, disregarded and ignored by games media as they still work on Starfield articles, most likely. Yeah, that's probably what they're doing. Can't keep up with this Concord news because still got to try and figure out how to write a new article about how everybody forgot about Starfield. Which, that's not true. Anyway, hope you're all having a good one. You guys rock. Thanks for tuning in to the stream. And we're going to have some fun here. I'm just going to get started with college football, and we'll just kind of shoot the shit and hang out. Shout out to Ghost Fixer, RSJ Fan, Def Leopard, Decado, Poison Maniac. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. You guys rock. Dakota says, surely Bardu can get picked up by a better team than Dallas. Come on, man. We're one player away. Well, two, if they can't re-sign CeeDee Lamb. But yeah, man, we're close. We're close. We just got to get past 49ers. They're our roadblock. Then once we get past 49ers, we'll sail all the way through. Let's get going with college football 25. I need to turn up the volume on the game so you guys can hear me fail. Hope you're all having a good night or a good day, I guess. It's still it's 6 o'clock. In the summer, it doesn't really... Holy shit, I'm going to get my ass kicked in this game. Going against Oklahoma, what the hell? This is the second game of this season. I lost the Bardu Bowl, which was the first game of the season, which was a return to South Carolina. Lost it in heartbreaking fashion. But yeah, maybe we can pull this one out. We're gonna give it our best. Bardu just needs that bag of money when he signs. Yeah, I think he's gonna be one of those players that only brings it in a contract year. Gonna put up monster numbers in his contract year. We'll see how we do. We'll see if the play calling's gotten any better. Shout out to Camp Easy, member for 19 months. Holy shit. 19 months, really? That's amazing, dude. Ready for the last 4 hours of work to be over? I got a question for anybody in the chat. Has Xbox's recent moves made you consider not actually buying a next-gen Xbox when it comes out? Because this seems like that's what a lot of people are talking about. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Let's go. Good vision and determination. In Bardu we trust. That's right. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that. And these kids grow up. For me, it hasn't changed anything. Like, it just depends on what box they come out with. Like, I just want a good console. I think it could determine what kind of box we get.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that,
which I think maybe will be more of that enthusiast hybrid type situation. I don't know exactly what they're gonna do, but man, like Pong said, I'm super intrigued by what they're gonna create now. Actually, a lot more interesting to me. Oh, there goes the sniffles talk. Sub OCD. James says buying next console if possible day one. Yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like my situation doesn't change with the games that I like to play and how I like to play them. So as long as I get better performance and graphics and better games on a machine that I can plug into my TVs, and you know, that's kind of what it's all about for console gaming. You love Xbox, RSJ says? Yeah. I understand that some people may not like the direction that they go, you know, especially like that console war minded individual. Nissa says, I want a handheld like the Switch. I have an ROG Ally and has helped me get it into more gaming. That's actually pretty awesome. I wouldn't mind them doing a handheld as well. I want it to be like a part of the ecosystem, though, not the only thing, right? Like Nintendo has gone completely all in on handheld gaming being the primary, and it's like a hybrid alternate slash can be used as a console, right? I'm hoping the Switch 2 is better as a console. There we go. Big play. But for me, it's like have that as like a dockable option, and then have like a more powerful like enthusiast option for the dedicated console gamer. Be pretty cool. We need the character for Sniffles. So what if the next Xbox is like pretty much straight up a PC? Like what if it's like a PC you can plug into your TV, like kind of like what those Steam boxes used to be, but it's more geared towards gaming, like the from what a traditional PC would be.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Mustangs are marching down. So
like what if this everybody's right, and this next Xbox is like Xbox you have the Xbox store, you can do the Steam store, you can do whatever.
But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
I mean, essentially that's what Steam's done, is they have the the Steam Deck, which is a handheld PC, right? It runs Linux, but you can put Windows on it, like it's a open-ended machine, right? Here we go. We're gonna pick it up with our legs. We got it. You can see that coming, Oklahoma. You'll never go back to gaming on a TV. And for me, it just depends. Like sometimes I like chilling and relaxing on like a couch or, you know, something like that. Or sometimes I'm just in here. But even when I'm in here, I have my Xbox. Like right now, I'm playing on an Xbox, right?
Play by the defensive end, the best athletes on the field.
But a PC is a good option. If you got PC and you got a decent PC, you really have access to pretty much all you could want. Brandon Martin, member for 2 months, says I'm going full PC next summer, selling all consoles. Nice. And a lot of people ask me, well, why wouldn't you just do that, Matt? Well, it's because I don't always want to play here. You know what I mean? Like,
from the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end.
Sometimes I like to play in the bedroom, in the media room, the living room, and those things, like, and we have multiple gamers in the house, and like if you just say all in for PC, if you have one gamer and you just play in one primary area, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. For me, I like to have the PC, but I like to also have the consoles, right? Because I don't want to buy a great or a good PC for every TV in the house, like just generally a console gamer first, you know.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Complete downfield. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39.
Yeah, right on this. Yeah, that's the thing that these handheld PCs are doing. The handheld PCs are actually approaching that console gamer market, right? It's really interesting. Oh, it hit him in the fucking chest. Are you serious, bro? You can't catch the ball when it hits you in the chest? Put your hands up.
He'll just keep slinging it. Going back to the well.
Ah, fuck.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're, that guy is really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me and double cover.
Oh, shit. There's another Bardu pick.
Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
And defensive back.
Yeah, like the library, I think it's the other thing people are afraid of is what happens to the library. Well, we already know they're working on getting your library into the cloud for Game Pass, so there's that aspect, and as the cloud improves and stuff like that, I imagine in the future, long term, that's going to be the best way for game preservation. As hardware gets older and older and older, and being able to access your games from anywhere. I still like to be able to download them natively, of course. But looking to the future, like long term, I think that's probably what ends up happening. But also, if they can convert some of these like traditional console licenses to PC, that would be amazing. Yeah, PlayStation's been working on a PC launcher supposedly for a while. Oh shit, are you serious? Intercepted a fucking wide receiver screen.
No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
Supposedly they're working with third parties as well, MASH, the ones that will allow them to. So supposedly like most games are going to be able to work that way. But some won't. It just depends. It's up to the publisher. Kind of like Back Compat was in general. You're going to have some that are like, no, we're not going to allow it because we want to potentially make more money on every little possible thing. And then there's some that are going to be more progressive and forward thinking for the future of the industry.
They need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Shut up, bitch. Man, we're struggling against OK. Against OK. Fuck. Bardu is rusty. I haven't played with Bardu in a while. Plus, we're going against one of the best teams, ranked number 4 Oklahoma. You had a feeling we'd get a MAVCAST today? Yeah, just a lot of crazy discussions out there, man. I was shocked as hell they announced that that Xbox announced that move like they did. That was the surprising thing for me. Like, I think that made it sent a message, and that's why all this discussion is so big right now, because of the message that was sent from them, you know.
Wide receiver shows motion. The play action fake. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive.
Come on.
Take a shot.
Ah, you fucking kidding me?
Goes through his hands. Oh, he
Man.
got an explosive play right
Well, the Indiana Jones going to PS5 is what I'm talking about. Like how they announced it. That was a surprising thing. They did like a and one more thing, you know? And one more thing. Everybody's gonna be super excited about this. that was the surprising thing.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
This is one of the best run defenses in the entire country. They pride themselves.
That's a good joke, Slimy Mucus.
And you are seeing that in this game, shutting down this running back.
He's back to throw on second down. Gets rid of it.
Are you shitting me, bro? Look at what I'm dealing with here, guys. It went through his hands.
Find a man.
It went through that. Earlier, a deep ball hit a guy in the chest. Now this receiver, it hits him in the fucking hands.
Third down.
What am I supposed to do?
Pocket starts to collapse.
What am I supposed to do?
Defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
That is a gut punch.
Yeah, Keeley wants to be able to stand on stage and say, everybody, I'm ready to announce the death of Xbox. That's what Keeley wants.
No time throwing on this drive.
Yeah, he ain't ever gonna get that though.
And how
Tell you,
about that?
Xbox is just bigger than ever.
Explosive play to the 40.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver. in a tight
Spectating
end spot,
sniffles.
going up and making the catch.
They'll throw it on first down.
Ah, fuck.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off.
Fucking hell.
Coverage. They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10.
Oh, God.
Can't find a
Running for my
receiver.
life.
Down he goes.
The third down offense has
This is a bad game, guys. Bardu's return is not going so well right now. We're gonna start off this return to glory with 0-2 season.
Leaves it with the back. They'll pick up 4 seconds.
You know what aids that's gonna fall in the draft though? Cowboys will be able to get them in the late rounds.
He's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass.
Be a look, I don't even have time to get it off to the running back, bro.
Gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard
All I was trying to do is dump it off to the back.
They can convert here. That type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Shoots it to the left. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oh my God.
Defense, they're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field.
We got this.
Trying to start the drive with a pass.
Oh my God, I didn't see the linebacker underneath. Oh shit. If true, they need to message that. Tell Xbox console players, don't worry, your libraries will be safe and carry over to our launcher everywhere, so continue to buy games. Yeah, I think they tried to bring some faith in the libraries earlier on this year when they had their messaging and their little sit-down thing with Tina and Meanie. And they talked about the benefits of the storefronts and stuff, but they're not ready to announce the library thing to the cloud yet because I don't think it's finalized exactly. Jez earlier this year said it's coming this year. So clearly there's some kind of like delay on it. Oh my God. Got hit when I threw. Fucking hell. Oh my God, I can't find my own players, guys. You know, but they talked a lot about cross progression, cross buy, you know, game they talked about carrying your games forward with you, all that kind of stuff. So they use the word forward compatibility as a core component, right? They actually talked about that, which is a word I've been using for a long time. Earlier this generation is one of the things I kept talking about with the Series X is like with the digital age of gaming, like forward compatibility is just as important as backwards compatibility to make sure we can play our games into the future.
He wants
it's oh my god, it's actually comforting to actually hear them talk about that. It means they're thinking about it. So for in my mind, their mind's in the right place with all that stuff. Oh fuck. I was trying to hit the back over there. I didn't even see that he's open. My god.
It was a knock free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Quarterback extends the play.
We got him.
Turns it loose to the left. And he makes
Oh my god.
inside the 25. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't really thinking about the effect of that many high-profile Xbox games being on PlayStation and how it affects PlayStation. It does have an effect to them as well.
Extending the play. Got enough space.
Whew.
He'll take it in.
We got one.
It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a
And especially if they're games that they're launching like Concord continue to fail, that puts more pressure on PlayStation actually to try and figure out how do they not just rely on these third-party, second-party games to be their driving force of money, because those are the games they don't have control over, which gives other companies and businesses leverage, right? For deals and all that kind of stuff. Controllers, yes. OCD. That's not important for PlayStation apparently. Fucking hell. I don't want to run that damn screen.
He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defense.
Oh shit.
And that is his 5th interception.
5 picks. Oh my god. 70 cents of every dollar Sony makes, Xbox is, you know, well, like if you look at like the top 10 list of like games played, usually the last few months, like 3 of them, or sometimes even 4, have been Xbox games and Xbox franchises. Like now that they own Call of Duty, that's gonna be a constant. Minecraft, Fallout now had a huge resurgence. Sea of Thieves been making the list some. And you're gonna have more and more franchises that's gonna kind of happen with it. It just creates an interesting thing. But Xbox and Microsoft is like the biggest one of the biggest third-party publishers, as well as a first-party publisher, as well as a platform holder. What we talked about when they were acquiring ABK is that we've never seen anything like them in the industry before. It's a completely new thing, and like somebody that's that big with multiplat, that has that many huge games on other platforms, how does it affect you? How does it affect others? How does it affect your own hardware? All these things. What I care about most is, hey, I'm enjoying it because all these games are going to hit Game Pass, and I play on the box, and my personal situation has improved, right? I don't get in my feelings about games going somewhere else. Like, that's, for me, that's just like, well, it's interesting. We can have a business discussion about that. Does it make sense or not? Is it bad for Xbox? Is it good for Xbox? Apparently they think it's good, right? We could disagree with that. But I personally don't care to get rid of my Xbox because somebody else plays a game, because my experience has only continued to get better with the value that I'm getting. So, like, they bought ABK, I don't have to buy Call of Duty this year, right? Hell yeah. That's a win for me. Weekly agenda. We don't have to study no more. Like, what people are saying is it'll affect you because they'll stop making consoles because nobody has to buy a console. Nobody has to buy a console now. Like, you get it because you want to play the games. And that is the same. Like, if you want to play the games now, why would you not want to play the games then? Unless you say that you'd prefer to wait for them and play them on PlayStation and have that box because, oh, everything's going to be there. But not really, you know, not really. I don't think they're going to have every Xbox user out there say, hey, well, we're just not going to buy Xbox anymore. Most of them don't even follow this news. They're just going to judge it on the merits of how good the games look and what games are coming out for it.
Welcome to Jacksonville, Alabama, a hidden gem a few miles from the border of Georgia
and the people talking about libraries. Who do you trust more with your library going forward for digital games? PlayStation, Nintendo, or Xbox and Microsoft? And people say they're worried about libraries shipping over to PlayStation. What happens when PlayStation doesn't? You can't even play PS3 games natively on your PS5 today. You can't even use a PS4 controller on your PS5. Why? Because they said so. Why? Because they haven't put forth the effort to do emulation on a PS5 natively. Like, people are like so funny. Like, oh, they said that, oh, people don't even play old games, right? Like, they actually said this. Nintendo has a history of not supporting older platforms continuously going forward. Like, the entire Wii and Wii U digital ownership system they had is not transferred over to the Switch. Nobody cared. Like, they had the whole Nintendo online thing on the Wii and the Wii U, where you could buy tons of games online and all that stuff. None of that you can even use on a Switch. They just completely abandoned all of those games moving forward to that next generation, right? Like, so you're gonna trust that? Huh? On Xbox, you can actually play original Xbox games, 360, Xbox One, and Series X and S games. And they did the work to make it happen. They even went and updated third-party publishers' games to make them playable on their own dime. All they needed was permission. And we trust PlayStation and Nintendo's future of a library for their libraries more than Xbox. When Xbox has the PC storefront as well, and also the console storefront, and the cloud, and the gaming subscription, it just like a lot of this stuff just doesn't add up, you know.
Scrimmage and create the negative play.
Oh my God, that was so underthrown.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play.
That's the thing that always like baffles me is the conversation about the man, Jacksonville State is number 15. I do not have a break in this schedule.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running.
Yeah, back and pat's hugely important for me. Like it's in the digital age of gaming, it's one of the most important things as consumers should be focused on and considering. And it's not just about back and pat, it's about forward and pat. Like we said before, it's about trusting that your games are going to be there in the future and them making them in a way to where we know they can be. That's where I trust Xbox way more than PlayStation or Nintendo.
You wonder now on
It's just digital purchases you should be able to keep forward with you forever.
He tries to take the top off. And a big play on
There
the
you go.
outside. What a job to keep those feet in bounds and get the completion. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move.
Damn.
And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing.
Both of them have 1440 now as an option. But yeah, 1440 is good enough for me as opposed to 4K. But next generation, you would think hopefully 4K is not going to be an issue. Like they should be able to do native 4K 60 like next gen, no problem. If they don't, then that's an issue. It's all about options and how the developers optimize and prioritize what they're making.
Looking to throw.
If they always just keep fidelity and bells and whistles of graphics over performance, then performance is always going to drag, I guess. But these games still look great when they're running. And my own personal taste, like graphically, I think most games look better with lower graphics settings at 60 frames than they do with higher graphics settings at 30, because their games are played in motion and that you get a smoother feel.
Man, that is so good. There's not a lot.
I know my TV can do 1440, but
Motion from the offense.
I don't know if like it's not a common thing or what.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
And these little touch passes, man.
Yeah, so here's an example, right? Like we'd been paying like for the premium Netflix subscription for a long time, and just we're fine, we'll just do that. But you know, Netflix kept raising their prices, and we just went for the lowest option this time, and it was like $6.99, $7.99 or something like that plus tax. I can't remember, but it was with the ads, and it's not 4K, it's like 1080. But like on our TV where we watch it from in our bedroom and stuff, like it looks the same for the most part. Like, to be honest.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes a catch. And an explosive play has him.
But yeah, I have in my media room, you know, if I notice a big difference between 4K and 1080. But I've noticed even a bigger difference between 30 and 60.
He's gonna pass. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, but a lot of PC gamers are completely content at 1080 because, you know, you're playing on a small monitor, you know, and yeah, 4K may look better, but man, also the frame rates matter a lot more too that way. Come on, let's go. We need to score.
There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Mustangs have taken it inside the 20. Using his legs to buy some time.
Don't fumble. Holy shit.
Just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a... And he takes it in.
All right, we took the lead.
Touchdown, Mustang. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Unloads to the wideout.
I'm noticing something about college football versus Madden, because I've been playing a lot more Madden lately. Is, man, even with the ratings and statistics I have on Bardu, his throws are fucking inaccurate as shit sometimes. Like that. I don't even know what happened there.
He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout.
There we go. That was a good pass.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
Yeah, if you have a, like, my perfect scenario is 4K 60. If you get a locked 4K 60, it is magic for me.
They'll throw it on first down. Receiver looks,
Because it's like, this, 60 is where you have the biggest difference, I think, towards like old, kind of this ultra smoothness, and then you have the clarity of 4K. Like, it just is a great combination.
And I get it. A lot of coaches will say the difference between winning and losing comes down to stopping big plays and getting big plays. But if you ask me, it's more about how
like,
on third down and how
one thing I don't understand is the developers' decisions to not prioritize performance earlier on with their decisions in developing. Like, they make it like, well, that's a last priority thing, you know? And maybe it's just how development works, but when you get closer to a launch of a game and they're talking about, oh, we don't really know what it's going to perform at, we weren't really concerned with it, it's a single player, you know, first person game, nobody needs great performance on that. As long as it's 30 frames, everybody's happy. I don't like that messaging.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
It's kind of like disingenuous a little bit to like,
They keep it on the ground again.
it's like
They'll try to run for it.
I think maybe a lot of gamers don't really know or consider it, but they know some games feel and look better than others, but they don't know why, right? Call of Duty was always praised for how it feels, right? Well, part of it is because it's always ran at 60 frames.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it.
Oh, oh my God! Try to throw it away.
For the sack.
Fucking hell!
And how about the defense getting home?
All right, we need a big play here.
Coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback.
We got
Good
it.
job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Yeah, it depends on the game. If you have a very slow moving, like, image, or like a game where you're not having much movement on screen whatsoever, yeah, I think, you know, 30 frames is going to be less noticeable in that situation.
And he's looking to the sideline. It's incomplete.
The more the screen moves, the more the you have to pan the camera and all that kind of stuff. Like, definitely it makes a bigger difference.
And you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. He's got it. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big
There we go.
on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down.
Oof, that was close. I couldn't see him. I need to.
And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no game land.
Take the camera back a little bit more.
In the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first
Yeah,
down.
Bardu is a SMU Mustang, so you can call him a pony if you want.
Hand off from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On third down, going up top.
Touchdown, SMU, Ken Bardu. He's been right sometimes, Poison, from what I can remember, but I don't think always. I could be wrong though. Why? What did he say this time?
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
He's going to fire deep.
He dropped it.
And it slips through his
You
fingers.
fucking shitting me.
That would have been a huge gain if he could have.
Oh my God. Dropped it. So, all right. So I'm gonna read this. Poison just sent it to me. This is from Exodus, who's been an insider, who's gotten some things right in the past. At Gamescom, I spoke to Xbox insiders and developers who informed me about a technical issue affecting the release of Black Myth Wukong on Xbox consoles. The game is reportedly suffering from a bug known as memory leak, which can cause significant crashes that could compromise the performance of your Xbox console. Due to this issue, the game has not passed Xbox's bug detection test and has therefore been indefinitely delayed until they manage to optimize the game for Series X and S. The studio is already working hard to resolve this issue and achieve the necessary certification. Once they get approval, they plan to set a release date for the game, but they don't yet know when or how, but other than that error, the game is close to being ready. So we'll see if that's accurate or not. Nobody really knows 100%, but that's according to Exodus now, who has reported on that. So, don't know how much of it is legitimate or not, but it's what he says. So, it seems nothing like crazy. So,
He wastes no time and comes out throwing.
Come on. Underthrown, man. Oh, but he got it.
Inside the 20. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
What is he? He had a huge hole. Why did he run into the ass of the center?
Back there, he's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And the game has already failed the test twice, hence the delay without an approximate date, since they have not yet managed to pass certification, which I was told is very strict. Yeah, well, if it could cause issues with your console, I'm glad it's strict.
On the jet sweep. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get them out of a spot.
There's been plenty of games that are native 4K.
Stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. He might have expected to see.
And then there's some that use different like upscaling techniques or like different kind of like tricks, like a checkerboarding shit and all that stuff. But oh, come on, that wasn't in.
Pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Yeah, Starfield's amazing, RSJ.
Across the width of the field, 5 wide on second and goal. Touchdown Mustangs! They've got
What's up, Brett?
here in the fourth.
What a great.
Fast best motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on second.
Let's milk the clock, guys. Milk the clock.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now facing a third and
If we can pick up this first. I don't think it's going to happen, but nope.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, we're going to punt. I got to cross my fingers they don't score a touchdown in 55 seconds. Might have come away with our first victory. What the fuck? Are you serious? How did they score? This is bullshit, man. What?
Looking to go up top on first down. Feeling some heat. And he was drilled.
Oh my God.
The pass, it's incomplete. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. A deep
No.
throw as the clock winds down. It's incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
We have 3 timeouts left.
Everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He wants a big play here late. Can't make the connection.
Oh my God.
Pass, and 1 second remains. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Ball falls to the turf. The final
Oh my God.
and that's gonna do it for
Wow. They scored.
I just never saw
With 55 seconds left, they drove down the field and scored a fucking touchdown. Come on.
reeling, and they've had their confidence shaken.
It's been ugly. There's no other way to spin it. This is very ungood, not good. Got to find some way to get this turned around.
I don't
Make
think so,
more
Def.
plays. You know, this is something that's frustrating, but let's not let it define your dynasty, right? Fix it, get it back together, try to pull some wins, try to figure this thing out.
It's frustrating too, David, because this is a team that has a lot of talent. I think part of the problem these last couple of games now has been lack of effort. So if you're on the coaching staff, maybe you're ready to start giving new guys an opportunity to see the field and just see what they can do.
Yeah. What a crushing defeat. That reminds me of week 1. I just made a promise to win. If we don't win, I'm fucked. Well, supposedly, Brett, there's actual devs that have like dev kits for those. That's where all of the smoke has come from. But it could have been potentially pushed back, delayed, canceled. I still think it's potentially a real thing because I think they're trying to. I think PlayStation, what they're trying to do is potentially kind of copy their success of last generation. And they're gonna probably have a PS5 Pro reveal, and they're gonna do like a huge showcase with like a roadmap thing, and that propels them over a course of a few years. That's what they did around the same point of last generation. Like PS4, was it in 2016? They had the big showcase, and then the PS4 Pro came out like what in 2018. But like maybe they're gonna go ahead and do the big thing this year, or maybe they push it to next year. I don't know. Depends, I think, on the games. Yeah, I hear you, Brett. Apparently not all devs, yeah. But I'm just telling you where the smoke has come from. That's like what the people, the insiders that have said it exists are saying. So I don't know. Tom Henderson he's been the primary one. But I think there's been some other people kind of corroborate, if that makes sense. Did I accidentally skip a game? No, I didn't. What the fuck? Right? What do you mean? I promised after. I made a promise and we haven't even played the next fucking game yet. What do you mean I broke my promise? You gotta give me a chance to actually play the damn game, lady. Were they counting last week's game? It doesn't make any damn sense. I'm just gonna buy fans. Yeah, don't know, man. It's gonna be very interesting. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens.
Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Virginia Tech Hokies taking on a team looking for its first win, the SMU Mustangs.
Are we ignoring all the fake insiders that said Starfield was coming to PS5 this year? The one that started that was, I believe, Shinobi, and then like Nate the Hate had picked up on it, but then Nate the Hate retracted it. So, don't know, man.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that. And they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too.
Oh my God. I couldn't get around the edge, bro. Oh, my God. What's up, Mayfizz?
It's making the football slick and slippery. You know,
that was horrible. I just like backtrack and fumbled at the 1 yard line. That's like one of the worst highlight plays you could possibly have.
Out of the gun to give to the back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Yeah, for sure. Anything can go. I have no clue what they're gonna do.
But they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Looking to throw on second down.
Oh my God! I was watching the left side. There was nobody open.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Going for the big play.
Oh wow! That defender just kept going.
And he's brought down after a huge completion. And the Mustangs with the 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Gotta come out with a win here, guys.
2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Finds a man by himself.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess. There's this cat and mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
They've got it down to
Yeah, that'll be interesting, Brett.
2nd and goal. He's looking to throw.
Touchdown!
Touchdown!
That makes sense. If they're only a couple years away from that, that would make sense why they start making their moves now, right?
6-yard pickup. looking to throw.
It hit him in the fucking face mask.
Quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Are you serious?
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. They go to the draw. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot
Like these are the times when the college football game is like bothers me over Madden, because like that shit doesn't happen in Madden, you know, like.
To pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Line getting set on 2nd down. He's looking to throw.
First down.
Makes his connection. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. We've reached the end of the quarter and Virginia Tech is on top.
This sniffle slander has got to end at some point.
Let's have a look at the stats.
An Xbox with a Steam launcher is no longer an Xbox. What if it also has an Xbox launcher?
The Mustangs are flying down the field.
What if you can pick which storefront launcher you want to use?
To the running back. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Oh no!
And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down.
Is a Steam Deck a Steam Deck?
The run to the right.
Like, what is a Steam Deck? Is a Steam Deck or is it something else? You know what I mean? Like, you can have a Windows launcher or the Steam launcher there as well. In fact, they just made it easier to do that.
A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical.
You see what I'm saying? Like, how come nobody, if like your logic is that it can't be an Xbox if it also has Steam available on it, then how is a Steam Deck still a Steam Deck? Right? But people like, yeah, it's considered a handheld PC, but if that's what you're considering the next Xbox, it'd be, yeah, a like console like PC, but can still be labeled as an Xbox, just like a Steam Deck is a Steam Deck, right? Like, Xbox is the label for the ecosystem that is the primary use.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with
Steam Deck is okay. That's where we're going with this now. Doesn't count because not enough people own one.
Working the middle of the field and it's complete.
But why do they make them then?
Flag on the field.
Why does Steam even bother? Right? Why don't they just get out of the
They say you can
hardware business if not enough people own it because it's so niche? See what I'm saying?
The offense lining up from
So everybody thinks Xbox is gonna stop making hardware. Like,
here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Going up top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown Mustangs. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
and man.
yeah, I always take all these rumors with a grain of salt. Some of them are like more concrete once they get to a certain point.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Looking to buy time.
Depending on who's reporting it.
Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Now from inside the red zone. Catch in the middle. It's Carroll. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
We'll say I have no idea if Steam's gonna end up going to Xbox or not. I just think it'd be a cool thing. Like you kidding me? As a consumer, I can have both. That would be amazing. Do I think it's gonna happen? I think it's a possibility. Do I know it's gonna happen? I have no fucking clue. There's people that seem like they say they know that's gonna happen. Kudos to them if they actually have real information. I think it makes sense for Steam. I think it makes sense for Xbox in the future. So for me, it's possible. I think it'd be amazing. Have my Steam library available to me on my TV through an Xbox, which I also prefer. Fuck yeah.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
And they'll get it to the 39-yard
Yeah, 100%. There's so many games that don't come to console that are only available on PC or Steam. And if they are going more of a hybrid machine and it's like PC based, having the most popular PC storefront available on your machine would be a win for Steam, as they know that there's going to be a lot of Xboxes that are sold, as well as Xbox, because they will help them sell more. And their own launcher would be the default. Like some people say, like Xbox going somewhat more the Android route, you know, which they've always been more of the open ecosystem. They're just kind of changing their console strategy, their gaming ecosystem, more into what they are in general, like as a company.
He'll pull it down and run. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking again to throw.
Get rid of it.
And the quarterback bought some time, but not enough. Goes with the sack.
Oh, we got a chance here.
Play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. They get to him as he throws.
Got hit.
He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up.
It would be a niche product like the Steam Deck. No, it wouldn't be. Maybe the handheld would be a little bit more niche, but not the actual console. That would not be a niche product whatsoever.
Give to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
It's 1st and 10.
It'd be marketed as the next Xbox.
Quarterback checking off. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Oh my God.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4.
Fucking hell, man. Can't get anybody open.
Situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed.
He wants to start this drive with a pass.
Oh, so underthrown, bro. What is going on, Bardu?
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's He's looking to throw. This time on target. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on first down.
Oh my God, he's open, dude.
Hit hard as he
Can you fucking block, please?
pass, and it never had a chance. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Pressure coming. On target. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first.
I love the sales, man.
After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield.
Yeah, some people say, oh, buying physical is cheaper, but man, like all these digital sales all the time, it's like 80, 90% off and shit. Like, I love that.
He's looking to throw. They're trying
Ah!
to do it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. He took a
Oh my God.
through it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He's not going to get there. Stop short on
This is
fourth down.
where Bardu gets the sniffles. Yeah, I think Bardu's gonna sit out the rest of the season probably. Fucking hell, man. Now I'm gonna be breaking the promise.
He wants to throw.
Uh-oh, picked off.
And that pass,
I tried to thread the needle there between the safety and the DB and it didn't work.
That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel.
Yeah, I love all the digital sales. It's like every week there's a different one, and like
and that seemed to be the
they kind of alternate, and some games, you know, you just wait. If you wait patiently enough, you'll see it again for $5 at some point, and it's just there in your library, you know. Fucking love that. You don't need to have it on a shelf and go get it if you ever wanted to give it a go. Just got to have it installed, which you got to do with disc games now anyway, right?
Has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure this doesn't happen next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse
What a
Ball,
disaster of a season.
entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah, I mean, also you look at like value as a consumer. If you have like different storefronts available, like you do on PC today, right? For a console, like, or for a device that's made for your TV, to have multiple storefronts there as well, you're gonna have these companies always competing more for your business. So like one storefront may have sales this week, and the other one may have better sales, or like whatever. More incentives between the stores, more better rewards programs. Like everything gets more competitive with within the storefronts, which is the real ecosystems, right? Like the storefronts is what it's really all about. Buying a console is access to the storefront. It's why they're willing to take a loss for so long on the hardware. Yeah, but not everybody wants to play on PC, man. What we're talking about is them making the consoles of the future more like PC with access, right? But people still may want to buy those for the TV if it's more console-like. like a Steam Deck. Is attracting console gamers, not just PC gamers. That's the point. It's a lot of gamers that prefer to play on console and play in front of their TV and all that stuff. They're not going to all of a sudden just decide that they want to sit at a desk and buy a $2,000 machine and hook it up to a PC, and that's how they want to play. A lot of people just prefer to buy a box that they plug into their TV that's more on the lesser expensive end, or not crazy expensive, and have a more easy experience with it, kind of like catered towards gaming. And that's the kind of device that they'll make, like Steam made with the Steam Deck. Like, except you're going to maybe have access to more than just what you're traditionally used to accessing via a console. And the metrics for development and all that stuff changes too. So bargain bin PC, yeah, people will probably, a lot of people will look at it that way, but it depends on what they put in it and how it performs with the games. Like, if you make a platform that's just mostly catered towards gaming as a PC, like pretty much like what they are now, except they're closed off, then yeah, maybe you have like a $500 $600 price tag or whatever at launch, and you're able to get more in it than a $500 or $600 PC, right? If it's made and tailored towards gaming. Kind of how it's always been with consoles. That this would be a little bit different. Just with the access of ecosystems and the interface.
They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Microsoft will never make a handheld device. I think they are making a handheld. There's enough smoke from them themselves. The conversations that they've been having publicly, that they're working on a handheld. Not even just rumors or anything like that. It's just.
Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Looks as if we have an injury on that last.
If that's how you see it, man, but yeah, there's a strong possibility they could do that. But that would, in your eyes, do one thing, but in their eyes, do something else, right?
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They go to the ground. Found a little bit of running.
For me, I look at it like, is that what I would want? And for me, I would say yes. That is what I would want.
Let's see if they keep it on the ground here on third down.
Does it mean 100% that's what they're gonna do? No fucking clue.
Comes out throwing on first down. It's complete to the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball.
They're doing both, Magnum. They've pretty much said they're doing both.
And that wide receiver comes
In an interview, or was it earlier this year, when talking about that and asked questions about it, they said they're talking about their two approaches, their own devices and then making interfaces for other devices. They're working on both things.
They're getting this guy lathered up. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. trying to get to him. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Took like a million years for the damn running back to get through that line. This is ridiculous.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. We'll get this quarter going with a second down play. Wants to throw on second down. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be brought down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
When you're a playmaker like this guy,
It'll be interesting to see what they do.
Dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that.
And here's a fumble.
Are you shitting me? Really?
Looks as if the defense got it.
Wow.
Down the right side. Running inside the 20. Touchdown.
Fumble.
Astronauts.
Off of barely any contact. Bardu sucks, man. Bardu sucks.
Out of the gun. The running back has it.
He's giving me Dak vibes.
A useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Going for the big play. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, SMU. And once he got loose, it was
Bardu breaking hearts. Yeah, fumbling like that at FCS East. And fucking like, oh my god, this is like embarrassing.
They'll give it to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
A lot of people consider like a lot of things about like, oh, they're not gonna make this is only gonna be one more console generation if they do this, or there's gonna be only this, or there's gonna be only one more that, or like people aren't really thinking about the real driving force that influences the change in the industry is technology, like technological advancements, and that's changing more than anything. And like Xbox sees this stuff and what's happening and where things are going to be, and I think they're making moves that seem early for a lot of us, but maybe it's dictated on what they see as the trends of the future, and they've always been early on shit, you know. But this one, they're like just riding it, like, hey, this is what we're gonna do. Yeah, technology is a real driving force between like how many console generations we're gonna get, unless you're Nintendo, because you're not pushing any boundaries on hardware there anyway. You're just kind of trying to make a profitable piece of toy that has stuff on it for people to buy. They're the most gonna be the most traditional for a long time. But for big games and all these other kind of things that we're seeing, like you're seeing a big change. But it's really technology that's pushing all of that. Access to games, how we can play them, what the consumers are used to playing on is different too. Like the console gamer is a smaller and smaller portion of the gaming pool.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Quickly complete.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Man, our running game this year has sucked ass.
Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Mustangs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's the handoff. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing
Really?
if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense.
I ain't gonna keep running if they keep
this
failing
season,
like
but
that.
just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
He's got him wide open. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right.
I just know, like, with streaming, like console streaming, or if you're doing like with stuff like NVIDIA GeForce Now that's out there, you have your Game Pass Cloud, you have all those other things. Like, think about 10 years ago, everybody. Like, none of that shit even existed, or the thought of it really existed. Like, and where are things going to be 10 years from now? Nobody knows, because guess what? We didn't even think that even shit was possible back then. Like, back then, like, the cloud was like for just saving files. Like, we were amazed at that time that you could like have game saves in the cloud that could go anywhere. Like, wow, this is incredible. Like, now we're playing games like with hardly any latency and all that shit.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Slipping, sliding, dancing
Up, Psycho.
his way down to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you could.
Are you talking about the all digital Series X from the FTC leaks? Yeah, that was
6 on 1st down. Now
this generation
on 2nd and 4.
of like a revision possibly, but I think that one's probably
They move the tight end
canned
all over.
or
Keep
changed,
it on the ground.
because instead they did the 2 terabyte all white one.
At the 27, it's a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down.
But that's not like a next generation that was leaked in the FTC. But they did talk about next gen and then the FTC leaks.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
And I mean, they've not just talked to the FTC about it, they've talked to us, the fans, about it.
They're gonna run it. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This running back loves
Nintendo will be will last the longest for consoles.
keeps a low
And they will still, every company will continue to make consoles as long as there's a big enough amount of people that want to play on them.
He's gonna pass. Just gets rid of
But the idea, but what a console is may change, right?
That last completion sets him
And
up on
it's
2nd
gonna
down.
change for the Xbox first, probably.
He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. And the Mustangs have this offense rolling. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you got to be careful when you're running the draw play, because you're hoping those defensive ends get way up the field, thinking it's pass. It didn't happen that time, and the defense was able to get a negative play.
Quarterback now.
Come on. Don't fumble,
motherfucker.
motherfucker.
He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats. After
Yeah,
the
they
quarter.
have, like, they explained this before, like, they have long-term, short-term, and medium-term plan, like, short-term, medium, and long-term planning for how their business, for their business plans, where they see things. The thing that's most interesting about Xbox, though, is, like, they change their plans more than the other companies do. Like, they seem to turn on a dime sometimes if something they feel changes. It's like, oh, let's just change everything, you know, or let's just, like,
From the gun, they'll
and
get
it seems
on the
like there's
inside.
not a communication or, like,
Shed one tackle, pretty good yardage. Good spot after that
cohesiveness throughout the entire organization sometimes.
He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep.
Because sometimes they're doing something and Phil Spencer's like, what? Why did we do that? We shouldn't have done that. Let's retract it, you know? Yeah, it'll be a ways for that. There'll be a time when the games that we're playing are insane. We can't even imagine it, and the thought of having to have a box to even play something like that seems ridiculous.
Motion.
There will come a time for that.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Navigates that mass of bodies and gets 4 out to the 17.
But we won't see all the magic happening behind the scenes and the server farms and all that shit that's making all of it happen.
First down play at 2nd and 6. The give to the back.
Wow.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
We're gonna have a win, yeah, against FCS, but a win's a win.
First down leaves them with 2nd and short. Fast motion from the offense. The give out of the gun.
Man, that running game, SMU's running game this season is killing me. Fucking killing me.
Creating a negative play on that last run. Now you're setting up 3rd down. This is the critical time. You've got to find a way to get off the field. You're trailing late in the game. Give it back to your offense to go see if they can score.
You'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here lately.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but his hold really strong.
This was a different message sent this time, I think, though, Magnum. It was,
First down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
yeah, case by case, probably still for sure.
He is tackled.
But they changed one. Like, Indiana Jones was supposed to be exclusive, according to him before, and also what was revealed in the FTC leak. So maybe that changed because of some kind of deal or whatever, but their messaging in the interview the next day, it's just like, hey, this is making our brand stronger, he said. This is making us stronger. It's making the game stronger. We tested it with the 4 games. We like what it's doing, so we're doing that with Indiana Jones. And it seems like that thought process is, they made the decision, like they liked it, so they're going to continue to do it, you know.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. We sensed a great deal of confidence, almost a smugness from this coaching staff. And these guys on the field, it's as if they knew they were going to win.
Yeah, playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think they really felt like they had a real good game plan.
What a game for Bardu. Look at that.
Coming into this one, David, there were some matchups on the field they thought they could exploit. We saw that happen here.
No doubt. Good job by this coaching staff, understanding who's out there to make plays, feeding them the football, offense, defense, special teams, all working together to get the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Well, that's obvious. I mean, they originally Phil, if it wasn't exclusive before, Phil would not have mentioned Indiana Jones as one of the games in that last interview they did when he said it's not Indiana Jones and it's not Starfield. Like, unless they went and decided and changed their mind to go ahead and bring it, and maybe it could be some kind of ongoing discussion with Marvel, or not Marvel, Disney. I don't know, but overall, like, it with the interview that he had the day after, they said everything they needed to say there, you know, like about their plans going forward. There's no more. They didn't mention anything about exclusivity then. They just talked about they liked what they saw from the tests that they did and what it's done with their brands, and that's what they are going to do in the future. That's pretty much what they said. So I'm not going to spend my 2 points on that. I'm saving them for something else. Let's see. Oh, it only costs energy. I should have done it. I was thinking it would cost the skill points. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, but you don't, like, at that time even mention the name of a game if later that same year you're planning on announcing it going somewhere else. Like, it's just bad PR, bad messaging, bad idea. Like, they had changed their mind, obviously. And I think Starfield will happen too now. I think other games will too. I think it's going to be interesting to see with all games. But it's going to continue. Based on what they said, they like it now. So, what's up, Dova? Yeah, the question you got to ask is, like, does it bother you or not? For me, it doesn't bother me. And if it does bother you, that's fine. But really think about your decision on your value you're getting for your dollar before you decide to just sell your Xbox and get something else. Like, ask why you're making that decision, you know?
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Not much he could do there.
I like Cal Stadium.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. An early test for this defense on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, he was very clear. That's like poison, but like, you don't mention it as like an emphasis or even have that as part of their dialogue if they had planned on that being not exclusive. Like,
critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first, you're around midfield. All things looking pretty good here.
imagine like, hey, don't worry. One of these games is not Indiana Jones or Starfield. and then knowing in your mind later that you're going to announce one of those games, it just doesn't make sense. Like, you wouldn't do that.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
So something changed.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
He'll pull it down. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down.
Get in there. Oh, come on.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly.
But that was the point about games going to other places. Timed exclusives would count towards that, right?
Now a fresh set of downs.
Into the end zone he goes.
Because Sea of Thieves was also now a timed exclusive. So was Hi-Fi Rush. So was Grounded, right? What was the other one? Pentiment? I can't remember what the other one was.
It's reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
What's up, Abdel?
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather.
Yeah, my point is, yeah, I know why he brought up those games, but they didn't have to even mention them or talk about them. That was a completely scripted, PR-heavy interview thing that they did. The questions were laid out in advance that they knew was going to be there. The question was, is one of those two games, Starfield or Indiana Jones? The only reason you even bring that up or have the question is because you want to reassure people that it's not. So in that sense, why would you want to take the time to make sure everybody's reassured about Indiana Jones and Starfield if you know in your mind later that year you're going to announce one of those two games is actually still going to PlayStation? It just doesn't make sense. Like, that would be their intention. It would just be like the horrible decision to even bring it up, or you just ignore it, right? So like my point is that something changed from that time to now, and it's based on what Phil's probably said, what they liked from the test of those 4 games. That's what he said in the interview, and that's what he said they're going to do going forward. That's why I think there's more games coming.
They'll try the run.
He could have just, in the interview the next day, said, this is only Indiana Jones because we wanted to bring Indiana Jones to more gamers. You know, he could have said that, but no, he was like, well, we liked what we saw from our test.
He's looking to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
Yeah, I've played against the Longhorns, I think, early in Bardu's career.
That time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Yeah, and the defensive line, you know, third and long situation.
They'll throw it on first down. Getting some heat. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards.
Fucking hell, man.
A lot of these guys
Nowhere to
Nope.
go, and the ball is
Whew.
loose.
Got lucky.
They recover their own fumble. Somehow. Who knows that thing back.
Can we get some blocking or the receiver get open, please?
Video evidence. The replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I just know I'll be playing on Xboxes as long as they make them.
To the air on 1st down. Makes the grab. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Pass interference. Offense.
So instead of having a 1st down, they'll back it up. The offensive pass interference that defenses everywhere wish would be called more often. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And
this is insanity.
The quarterback goes down at the 17. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just get it. And the defense,
there's no time. Absolutely no time.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Leaves it with the running back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. Referee signals timeout.
What I'm hoping for the Xbox handheld is it's powerful enough to make the games look great for a long time, that it's dockable, that I can kind of almost replace my Series S's with that, you know?
Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position.
Let's go.
More points here before the half.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Throws to the wideout.
Timeout, timeout. Let's go, timeout.
Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
We got time for another play, coach. Let's go.
As this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient. To put
Oh no, timeout.
all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's going to pass on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. Pass falls incomplete, and there
Field goal
still
time.
3 seconds left.
Up, Luis.
Nice job by the defense there, taking...
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop.
We smurfing, bro.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense.
Nobody open.
And he goes down with the sack.
As a defensive end, trust me.
In mid-season form, you're right, bro. Absolutely.
Hold and fire complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the 2nd play of the drive from the 36. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They can rely on this guy to
Lots of people like handhelds.
when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I'm not really a handheld guy, but
Game on 1st down, now back at it. Little touch pass to the
I don't like
receiver.
the gatekeeping mentality of like,
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Holding. Offense.
People would say that about gaming back in the day. Like, oh, gaming's just for nerds. Like, come on, bro.
Now on second down.
That's a bitch ass thing to say, like, just in general. Like, you be one of those people?
Escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking down the middle. Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got...
Yeah, you are wrong, bro. Fucking anybody calling any category of gamers nerds because of what they prefer to play on, just fucking get out of here. Sometimes I feel like some people in the chats just try and like get attention by being assholes, like these trolls and stuff. And I tolerate it a lot with the conversations, and I embrace the conversation a lot. And then sometimes they just get it so annoying that I just gotta fucking kick them out of the chat because it's too much. To say something that's gonna offend other people or try and like belittle them and stuff, like that's where I kind of draw the line.
He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
He gets it
In inches? Come on, man.
First down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I hear you, Dova, same. Sometimes I get annoying. Like,
he wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning.
hey, I already talked. There's a couple of people that have been coming to the chats a lot recently that are only there to argue constantly. And like, I already talked to some of our fam with FunSpec fam. Like, I said, some of these people, like, I named them specifically to them. Like, I don't know. I'm getting annoyed with some of these guys, and I might end up blocking some of them because ultimately all they do is just try and drive conversation towards them and arguing with people in the chat and stuff all the time and stuff. It is like no matter what anybody says, it's just like, no, like you're stupid or you're wrong or you're blah blah blah, and it's like it just gets fucking annoying.
All right, so they fail in that.
Going up top on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain.
Let's go, Bardu.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion.
Oh shit! I didn't see the safety. I didn't see the safety playing center field. Fuck.
And he's wrapped up after a solid
Standing on that fucking logo.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by
100%, man.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the right. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down.
Fuck, man. Wow.
Just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is just one of those days.
Yes. We have no blocking. We have no receivers getting open. I'm getting fucking like pressure in a split second.
He'll start this drive firing. He's going up top here late.
Receivers are dropping passes.
Hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that.
What am I supposed to
He had an
fucking do?
opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Trying to find his man on 1st down.
Oh my god. See, I can't even have time to get off the fucking pass. He was open too.
Released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He just beat his guy.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down for this offense. Lofts one high and deep.
Just throwing a bullshit lob.
After taking a shot on 2nd down, they're staring at 3rd. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Well, they didn't let him get
He had him
out.
beat, pass underthrown.
Still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
The number one objective.
Aye, aye, aye.
Say you win a few,
Is it over yet?
and some get rained out.
All right, we'll do one more.
This team, if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here.
Actually, I don't know if I have time for one more.
You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff.
You see.
Try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch it with coaches, and you're going to see the.
Yeah, I'm running out of time.
all the things you could have done
Well, not
better.
one
You
more.
gotta learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow. And
So we
that's
got,
how it works.
I think we only got halfway through the season. Disastrous.
Jesse Palmer,
Senior year.
I'm Reese Davis, and this has been
Maybe like 20 minutes, babe.
of EA Sports.
It's all right though. What a disastrous senior year. This is going down the record books. I thought we were gonna have a return or redemption season, and this is just going through the shitter. The team is playing worse than ever before. Bardu is playing worse than ever before. But honestly, more than ever before, I'm starting to realize my team sucks, and maybe I suck. I don't know, but it's okay. It's still fun. It's still fun. Bardu will still make his college or his pro appearance at some point. But you know what? Just for the sake of it, because I can't fathom even finishing this shit. I want to simulate to the end here, and I want to see where he goes. So this will be the last Bardu in college stream, because I can't bear it anymore. I can't do it, guys. I just can't. Yeah, get a spin move for a quarterback. Let's go. Let's see where he ends up. Yeah, we're advanced. Fuck all this shit. I'm gonna end the stream in a little bit. We're advancing, trying to put the past behind us. Maybe we'll get some wins by simulating. But we got one more win. One thing is for sure, 3-bit messed up again, he will definitely get Shadow Realm. So there's a new company that announced that they were helping on Fable today. It's they've worked, same company has helped before with Forza Horizon, I think Sea of Thieves. They also help port I think they help port Sea of Thieves to PlayStation. So speculation's been out there, like, are they helping port Fable to PlayStation, or are they? I think more so than anything, they're already familiar with the technology because they have worked with Playground before with Forza Horizon. All right, well, we can do an upgrade. I'm gonna make sure we do an upgrade first. Let's do. All right, actually, do we have any? Okay, we have 10 points. Can't upgrade that? Speed. Yeah, that Forza Tech engine, which I think they've converted the engine some. I think they probably call it something different, like Fable Tech or some shit now, with the conversions they did for like making it good for the kind of game that they're making. I want to thank the fans because my teammates and coaches sucked in my entire college career. Yeah, the Fable, the graphics look fucking incredible. What was the final record again? Team stats. SMU. How many wins? Okay, we were 4. Wait, no, 4-8. Wow. So it wasn't just me, guys. The computer was struggling in the simulations. Why not? All right, advanced week. That's what they were calling it for Forza Tech for the upgrade for Forza Motorsport and Forza Horizon. But what I'm saying is for Fable, maybe they did enough conversions and tweaks and updates that they kind of like modified the engine slightly for Fable and would consider internally calling it something else. I don't know. I mean, I'm just guessing. It's like maybe modified enough as that kind of for that kind of game, you know, to call it Fable Tech. Like a little bit of an offshoot of Forza Tech. I don't know. I don't know what they call it internally at Playground for Fable. I don't know. It's a Fable team. Yeah, Forza is amazing. Fuck. Leave for NFL. Here we go. Oh, export player to Madden. So you can do that. All right. What happens if I... Okay, so I did that. And it says that it was done. Okay, so now do I just go to Madden? I want to see what happens. I'm turning it down because of the music. All right, Superstar. See what happens. Okay, Ultimate Team's working. Why isn't Superstar working? Superstar. All right. How do I import my player? And why is this shit? Okay, there we go. Create a new career as a quarterback. Import. Here we go. All right, here we go, Bardu. Yeah, it's 100%. And you also have to wait. Um, yeah, I'm good. Let's just go. Continue. But what? Unspent what? Oh, customize skills. All right, let's go with our accuracy for sure. Um, okay. Let's make his max. One. Okay. All right. Can you? It says plays like Patrick Mahomes. Okay. All right. So how do we? Okay, start your career. I just want to see where we go. Should I force it to the Cowboys, or do y'all want to just like see what happens? When was the last EA college football release? To that before this one was 2014. Oh, there's a whole combine. I don't have time to do the combine and shit.
It is the moment all of these guys have been waiting for, a chance to compete in front of all 30.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this later. But yeah, anyway. Guys, this was fun stream. Yeah, I don't have time to do the whole combine and shit right now. I just wanted to see where we're gonna go. I'll do another stream. We'll start Bardu's NFL pro career, and we'll make the decision then. I'll put a poll in the Discord and maybe on Twitter, and I'll ask, should Bardu play for the Cowboys, or should I allow him to get drafted? And we'll see what happens. But thanks everybody for watching the stream. I hope you all have an awesome Sunday night, and see you tomorrow night, FSP, 10 p.m. Eastern time. We'll see. Maybe there's some more crazy news tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.